coaching these guys, right? Conwell, Javon Hadley from Louisville joining us here on the set. Guys, we got a Louisville flavor here. You feel comfortable? Is this okay?
Pretty good. I don't have enough red on, but I feel pretty good.
Here with us. Pat Kelsey is such an interesting guy. We've known him for quite a while. He says he makes coffee nervous. Does he ever make you guys nervous with just how he is, how he coaches?
Sometimes he has interesting stories that you don't know really where it's gonna, like which route it's gonna take, if it's a good one or you know what I mean. But yeah.
Ryan, what's it like being recruited by him?
I would just say it's just great, you know, just to be recruited by such a high-level coach, you know, high energy. It's just a great person overall, so, you know, I'm glad that he's my coach.
He said he's done playing now. He's done suiting up in practice. Have you noticed him scale it back? He's not diving for loose balls anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I think he actually dove for Ryan's shoe.
You got to tell this story about
what happened.
Man.
What happened?
So basically, we were in practice and we were doing it was like a one-on-one drill. You know, we was doing one-on-one, and so I just remember I drove to the basket, scored the layup, but whoever was guarding me came down and stepped on the back of my shoe. And my shoe came off. And one thing everybody says when you get here is, like, PK doesn't play about, you know, the shoes coming off. He's like, always like, tie your shoes tight. You know, it's like one of his pet peeves. And so I just remember, like, my shoe coming off, and everybody, we just all, like, stop and look at each other. And PK is, like, all the way, like, at the top of the three, like, the arc. And I'm, like, under the paint, and my shoe's just right there. And PK, like, just dives for it all the way into the paint. And I dive for it, too. And luckily I got it before he could, you know, pick it up and throw it. So
what was he gonna do? Chuck it into the?
Yeah, they say he just like chucks it all the way in the stands, and you gotta go get it.
But he said he stopped playing recently. That's not when he got hurt, right? He didn't tweak an Achilles or something on that.
Diving for the shoe.
No, we've talked about this kind of nonstop with all these new coaches in the league. That Coach Kelsey has put some pressure on these guys because of how good things were in year one. But being around the city, you can tell the expectations have taken another step. You guys feel that, especially you coming back from year to year? What's it feel like with the raised expectations?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, just even if you go to, like, the grocery store or something like that, like last year, like when we first got here, it was like, hey, get us some wins, get us some wins. But now it's like you go to the grocery store and guys are like, hey, Javon, like, hang that banner up. Yeah, so, right. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of a different, like, expectations that's, like, in the fan base-wise, yeah.
You feel the expectations, RC?
For sure. But I would just say, you know, pressure is like a privilege. You know, just being in this position, you know, just being just highly, you know, noticed by the fans and different things like that. I would say we don't really see it as a burden, but, you know, see it as an opportunity to, you know, do something big and special. So
fans can have their goals. How do you guys set your goals, either individually or as a team? Do you guys talk about them? You put them on the board? Do you say, hey, championship or bust?
No, I would say instead of putting that on the board, we put up the next thing. That's what Coach talks about. Coaching staff thrives on that. We thrive on that. Just worrying about the next thing. Like Coach talked about a little bit earlier today, like we're not worried about Kansas exhibition. We're not worried about none of that. We're worried about the next thing, and that's practice tomorrow. So we got to get back and, you know, get ready for practice tomorrow. So that's what we're worried about.
Javon, what kind of role do you play with these young guys and with these new guys about, hey, this is the way things operate here? Because a lot of these programs have a lot of new faces.
Yeah, I would just say the leadership role, obviously, but not like some leaders, you know, you could be that big bad wolf that everybody like, oh, like here Javon goes again, or like here, like the leaders go again. But like, I try not to be that type of a leader. I try to be the leader that's like guys can come to, talk to, like chop it up with, be cool with.
Ryan, I'm sure you don't roll your eyes whenever he speaks.
Nah, definitely. Vaughn definitely has a lot of knowledge, just, you know, with the game of basketball and just how to maneuver different things. So even just me just being a leader, you know, on this team, I still lean on him and just really everybody, you know, just to, you know, be that dude people can, you know, count on.
Right, so. 4 programs in 4 years for you. How would you just describe that journey and maybe some of the pros and cons that come along with shifting schools so often?
Definitely. To me, I see it all as a blessing, you know, just to just be in the position that I'm in now and just went to the 3 schools that I went to before. I'm definitely just thankful, you know, for my whole journey and feel like it's a huge reason to why I am the person I am today and why, you know, I can just play the game the way I play now. And so, you know, I'm thankful for every coach, you know, that, you know, gave me a chance, you know, and thankful for all the players that I played with in the past. And, you know, I'm just thankful that I'm here now. So
4 different conferences, too.
Yeah.
I mean, so, what are you most looking forward to here in the ACC?
Definitely, I was just talking to Vaughn about it yesterday, just playing it, just all the different arenas and all the different atmospheres, just taking advantage, experiences, playing against the best of the best in the ACC is something I'm looking forward to, and, us just, winning some games. So.
You've already said you got to make the next thing the best thing, but your all's non-conference schedule in particular, loaded up. Is there one that you're looking at, we can't wait to play here or play that team?
Not myself personally, no.
I feel like Coach told you to say that.
I mean, I would say me, I'm excited to play every game. Yep. I just, just playing basketball, just for the love of the game and just the joy that it brings me. And I just love to play in our high-stakes games with the atmosphere. So I'm thankful for our schedule.
You're going to have a lot of opportunities. But
yes, sir.
I look around college basketball. The teams that I think are the best teams in college basketball are built the best, right? They got some returners, some culture builders. You go hit that portal and you find some guys you need to fill some gaps, and then you bring in some young electric talent. You guys are the leaders on this team. Tell me about how Michael has kind of ingrained himself in this team, what you think of him, and being the #1 point guard in the country. There are a lot of expectations on his shoulders as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely earned those expectations. Like, his family is, bred off basketball. Like, everywhere they talk about basketball, like, even when we go to eat, like, there's families talking about basketball. When you go to practice, his family's there, his pops is there. Like, they love the game of basketball. And, everybody talks about, like, oh, Michael's hype and stuff like that. But I don't even know if I would call it hype. Like, he's earned that type of, status. And, like, he's going to, it's our job to help him back that up this year.
Yep. For sure. And I would just say, he's very mature just for being so young. Just the way he views the game, the way he, just goes about his process, always in the gym, always working. And like Vaughn said, we're going to always have his back, through the highs and lows and everything that, he's going to experience this in his freshman year. We always going to have him. So.
Got some new players, not just him, but an Isaac McNeely. How have you seen these other guys? And name off a couple of these guys that you're looking forward to competing with this season.
I would just say Kobe Matthew Rogers.
You went full government name?
Full government on him because he deserves that. Like, he deserves the love. Not a lot of people are talking about him. Like,
he was out last year with a
last
injury.
year. Yep.
Yeah.
Coach Kelsey's been with Coach Kelsey, Charleston. Like, that guy could go. Like, defensive wise, can disrupt the whole offense. Like, people are sleeping on Kobe, and like Kobe deserves it. Like,
do you notice guys that whether it was JUCO or Division II like Kobe, they have that kind of dog in them or just that chip on the shoulder? You notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, like, you have to have that. Otherwise, like, it's eat or get ate in JUCO. Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of where I found my, like, the dog mentality in it too. And probably same with Kobe. Like, Kobe, in order to get out, not get out, but like, go to the next level, he has to be a dog. And I'm sure that's where he learned it as well.
Yeah.
40 minutes each position, one basketball out there. You guys got tons of options. How has this team been able to come together? Like, what's the most fun team bonding thing you guys have experienced so far?
Definitely, our trip. We took a little trip to Charleston, had a practice out there, worked out, and really just hung out, just got to know each other a little bit more, got closer. And I would just say just the little things we do off the court, it's what, helps build that chemistry, and I think it's what's going to take us far. So.
And I even think, like, in Charleston, like, we weren't just hanging out with just us. Like, we were with, like, the managers, the GAs, like, everybody. Like, and like, I also have to say this, like, the managers, like, we got the best managers in the country. Like,
are we talking playing, or are we talking how they help your team? Because they won a championship, right?
Yes, they won a championship. They're champions, right. And I challenge everybody that we play this year. Like, I hope y'all are ready if y'all want to play them. Like, they're bringing the smoke.
Do they hold that trophy over your head right now?
I mean, they do one? Sometimes. Sometimes we see it. It's hanging up in the fuel station, and it's hanging up there. And
do you watch them play?
Yeah, we watch them play.
Do.
They play
we
often.
see them in the gym after our practices. Yeah. They're elite, though. On the court, off the court. We got the best managers.
They be running. Yeah.
That's cool. And then have you ever been to a practice where Pat Kelsey's son is not there?
It's
He's
hard.
there a lot, right, Joey Buck?
He's always there, though. And he has a whole lot of energy, too.
He does.
You can see if you watch practice
back. He's got the Pat Kelsey energy?
Yeah. I'm telling you, running on the court, doing everything. So shout out Johnny, too.
Love it. Johnny Ballgame.
Ballgame.
There he is. Thanks, guys. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it. Really enjoyed the conversation.